wanted to make one more video about an experience I had some years ago. In 2017, when I was doing a lot of meditation, I was doing Isha Kriya from Sadhguru. I had these impulses, these thoughts to shave my hair, to have a bald head. Now, I've always had like a hair, and since I was about 14, 15, 16, I was very often like having like Justin Bieber kind of hairstyle, you know, like Twilight kind of hairstyle, like Edward Cullen. Like I always had like this stylish hair, and I used it to feel confident by myself. Like I would have moments where I would like phone my hair in the morning and, you know, wash it and style it and use gel and all that kind of stuff. And it changed me. It affected how I felt about myself, how confident I felt, how pretty I felt, or how ugly I felt. But there was always like this insecurity about like if people see who I really am, it's like they will see me, and they will judge me. So I was using my hair to present this image, and I was getting a lot of, you know, good feedback, and people liked it, and people thought that was pretty. And I always thought like, really? Am I really pretty? Am I really pretty? Like I never like accepted or believed it fully. Now looking back now, when I look at myself, I understand like I was pretty handsome. Like I was pretty handsome. Like not all super, or, you know, but just overall like the belief that I had back then was that I was uglier than I was, but I was pretty handsome. So like I was okay. And so when this thought came, it was very threatening to me. It was like, oh my God, like how is it gonna be like? You know, having no hair, how will I look? How will I feel? It's a very new experience for me. Like I've never had that in my life, or never that I recall it, like fully shaving everything off. So I remember, because I had some time off, and I wasn't engaged in any school or anything. I went to a barber. I said, yeah, just take it all off, because it was coming up in my meditation. Like I kept seeing it over and over again. So I went, and I also saw a video from Sadhguru saying that when you shave off your hair, because your hair, there needs to be new hair growing, right? There's a lot of energy going to the brain, so that stimulating new hair growth, and because of that influx of energy, there's more energy in the brain. So I thought like, okay. So I went, I sat down, I closed my eyes, and I felt him swooshing it all away. And it was like a breeze and a lightness that I felt. And I opened my eyes and I saw myself, and there was like, who am I? Like my mind didn't know how to relate to myself anymore, because my self-image was not what I saw. It was so strange, like Jesus Christ. And I noticed there was a lot of shame, a lot of insecurity, like going out to the gym, like the reaction from my parents. They thought like, why are you doing this? Why? They didn't understand it, because I had really good hair. And then in the gym, like I was wearing a hat, you know, to cover up my baldness. I grew a mustache, like I had a mustache all of a sudden, and I kept that mustache just to change my face, because there was some judgment. I didn't like the way I looked without a mustache like that. Like there was some kind of judgment, some kind of not being able to accept myself. I wanted to hide behind, because I felt without it, I couldn't hide. Just it was what it was, and people could see what it was, and they could either judge me or not judge me. So it was very revealing to me, all the different ways in which I identified with how I looked, and how hair, like how strong hair was a factor in my confidence, in the way I felt this is who I am. And without the hair, it was like limbo, like, and everything in me, all the programs, all the unconscious fears came up, because they let me know that, yeah, that everybody can see you as you are. And without the hair, when I have no hair, I just look, you can see how I look, right? Look like this monk guy, and it like, I don't know, it's just different with the hair, and then without it, and it's different. So I remember I didn't see my friend for a while, and I was walking on the street, and all of a sudden he was sitting there, and I saw him, and he was like, "Oh my God, you shaved your hair off." But you know, after a while, I was so at ease with it. I was like, okay, like I don't have hair anymore, so like I can relax because it's not there anymore. So I don't have to keep up appearances anymore. So I felt this new freedom to just be funny, to be ridiculous, to you know, to just be. Like I didn't care anymore for putting up this perfect image. It was very freeing. It was very interesting. It's very interesting for me. Now, as time progressed and my hair came back, I sensed more and more like, okay, like my mind is identifying again with looking a certain way, feeling a certain confidence. And after a while, like after some years and a very complicated relationship, very intense relationship, my hair started to fall out. Like here and here started to fall, because back then I had like really, like, it was all hair, and it started to fall out, and it's like ongoing. And that created like this new panic, or not panic, but this new like insecurity. Like these insecurities came back, and I realized it's like these kind of events, these things, they show me the attachments to looking a certain way, the attachments to this is who I am. It was very revealing. I didn't work with it fully, but it was such a revealing experience for me. I was so inspired by a story from Ajay Shanti that I read in his book, or that I listened to his audio tape, The End of Your World, where he said he was like always an athlete. He was living like an athlete kind of lifestyle. He was like bicycle racing, doing that kind of thing. And then at a certain point, he got an injury. Like, I don't know if he was an athlete or not, but he trained a lot. And then at some point, he got an injury, and he couldn't participate anymore. He couldn't train anymore. And so his physique and his conditioning was withering away. And as it was withering away, he felt how his attachment, his identification with that identity, with being that guy who's strong and athletic and has that conditioning, it faded away. And it's like sometimes life or situations put you in these circumstances where you really feel how attached you are to certain things, being a certain way. And you know what's funny? If you just let go of the attachments, if you release them, if you learn from that experience to whenever the circumstances change and you feel the attachment and you just become aware of the attachments and they dissolve or they are worked through, there's a freedom after that, because all of a sudden there's this weight that falls off your shoulders, because you don't have to keep up looking a certain way. You don't have to keep up a certain lifestyle to feel like you are yourself, to feel like this is who I am, this is what I need to do to be who I am, this is how I need to look to feel good enough, to feel attractive, to feel da-da-da-da-da-da. So yeah, like honestly, it happens now once every year or every 2 years that I get this impulse to just shave my head off. And yeah, it's different now. Like last time I did it, it's a bit different. Wasn't that strong anymore, but still putting on the cap, because there's this thing like, look, like looking with a bald head, like. So I wonder, like when I started to do cap, I shaved my head off while going to cap, and there's also like this feeling of newness to it. It's like you're growing new roots. You're being reborn almost. Like you're fresh. You're fresh. I remember the first time when I was in cap and I just shaved my head off, and I was still a bit nervous and anxious sitting in the group and sharing together. And like 80% of the group is women. And I was usually sitting always with my head up. I put the head off. I was looking at everybody. And there was this okayness being bald. It's so funny to notice. It's very funny to notice. Like, and then when my hair grew back, there was this insecurity about my hair falling away, and people seeing that I had like my hair was falling away. So that kind of thing. So then it's like, becoming aware of those reactions, those inner attachments, and to letting go of that identification. Because why would I feel bad or less than or not good enough if the hair is falling off or if I have no hair? Like, is that an essential part of who I am? It comes and goes. It's changing all the time, right? So it's not an essential part of I. Also, this feeling is inside of me. It's not outside of there. Other people don't have that feeling. So what does that say about me? That I have a belief that I need to look a certain way to feel like I'm myself. Who would I be without that belief? Right? So, yeah. If you never tried it before, like I usually do it in autumn, like October, November, and just try it out. Maybe you'll enjoy it. Anyway, have a good day, and yeah, thank you for watching.